Ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity once again to say welcome to the Lenny Robbins live chat. I just want to get back to something in the because I'm looking and I'm noticing the present government's operation and the way they function. And it is always important, as I said, to watch what our politicians do. If we don't pay attention to what they say and what they do, then we won't be able to even get a glimpse or understanding of what they're doing or what they're not doing and how our existence, how they will govern for us. In as much as I can say that in terms of watching what they do. I'm going back to the election, the last election campaign, and no, I'm addressing specifically the Jamaica Labour Party because their prime minister speak at campaign and transparency. But the other days, right now, I'm asking myself a question: where is the transparency, Mr. Prime Minister, that you promised the people? You're going to be a transparent government. And one of the ways to be transparent with people is to include people, give people an opportunity to share their thoughts and their opinion with government, and to be honest about what is happening inside the government. Speak to the people of the country. So far, you've been in office from last year, September, and you've came out and made a couple of speeches, brother. But those speeches, as I said, are just feel-good stories. Those speeches are feel-good stories that does nothing to indicate that you're willing to be transparent with the people of Jamaica as you so campaigned on. And this is why I use my platform to call on Jamaicans to listen, be honest. Politics is ruining our lives. Politics has destroyed a lot of our lives, past and present. And government won't move the needles for us. They'll tell you enough to make you feel good. They'll tell you enough to make you feel that there's hope. They'll tell you enough just to make you feel as if they have your best interest at heart. But notice in the thing they're telling you, there's no transparency in that because telling me that you have two projects coming online, telling me that you have two projects coming online without explaining the details and all of these things about these things. I want to bring back something to you, Mr. Prime Minister, because this is my live chat and it's gonna be pretty short. Remember the last Sunday of your campaign before the election, right? I think it was the 3rd of September, the election. Your campaign was the Sunday before. You were in Spanish Town, and you promised that you would raise minimum wage. You would double minimum wage for people from 16,000 to 32,000. As a matter of fact, it would be 100% increase in minimum wage. Well, at the same time, Damon Crawford or Sam Sharpsky in Montego Bay promising people that he's going to retrofit every school in Jamaica for vocational training capacity. Now, I look at you two politicians, but I'm talking about you now. Damon Crawford is out of this because Damon Crawford party is not in power. I'll be taken into task for this, but your party is in power, sir. And ever since you took over the reins of government again, I've not heard you said anything to the people of Jamaica about that promissory minimum wage increase. Nothing. You're the government, you campaign on performance, you campaign on transparency. Where's the transparency in, Mr. Prime Minister? And that's why people are saying you're dishonest. I won't say you're dishonest. I say it's misleading. It's disrespectful. Because when you say things to convince people to vote for you and you can't deliver, then you have a right. It is your obligation to go back to the people and say, listen, I promised to do this, but I won't be able to do it within the time I should because such and such a thing as that, man, we have changed economic course and we have changed our plans. We have to make adjustment for a couple of other things that we did not anticipate. Not in the common respect to do that. But you have the gall to tell people that you're going to increase minimum wage $32,000 a week. That's a vote catching speech, sir. That's a pulling the wool over the eyes speech of the mind, not even the eye, the mind. That's a feel good story for people who supported your party. And to be honest, Mr. Prime Minister, it is very, I'm not saying it's dishonest, it was misleading, disrespectful of the very people who voted for you. I'm sure you don't know how many people changed their mind and voted for you simply because of that. You have no idea, sir. So it's important, Mr. Prime Minister, that when you're doing these things, so when you campaign on something, you learn to live up to what you say to the people or what you promise the people. And I've always said to people, what is said on a campaign stage is a promise. Both, and it's not just a Jamaica Labour Party issue, it's a PMP issue also. Both political parties on their campaign podium will tell you, move downtown and parade, or they're going to promise you downtown and parade. When they're in power, most of them forget where downtown is. Much more parade. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is up to us to be wise. It is up to us to be smart enough to understand. And don't fall for these campaign promises. For too long, they have taken the nation for a ride on campaign promises. There are many ways, Mr. Prime Minister, you can be transparent with the people of Jamaica. Many, many ways. Many ways, Mr. Prime Minister. And you have failed to even use one avenue, implement one avenue of transparency to show the nation that you have an intent to be transparent with them. No wonder people are getting more disillusioned with politics. No wonder people are distancing themselves from politics. No wonder people are moving away from both political parties and political arena itself. Because there's nothing in it for them. There's nothing there to suggest to them that this government, either government, is honest. Because I'm sure the PMP would be operating in the same way as you do if they were in power had won the election is now the governing body. They would have done the same thing. Because this is what you guys do. And to all Jamaicans in this quick chat and this short video, I just want to say to you, this live chat, I want to say to you, listen, wake up Jamaica, wake, open your ears, open your eyes. We have to get smart. I'm going to say it again, it is our existence that is threatened, it is our existence that is challenged. The politicians will always say things to make you feel good, always. But you tell me how many things they have done to make you feel good. The Prime Minister bragged and boasts about the book they have highlighting 250 projects that they completed during their last term. I've tried my best to get a copy of that book, and I'm unable to reach to get that book, Mr. Prime Minister. Where's the transparency, sir? Where is the transparency? Those people in Portland, you promise water and promise all kind of road development and all kind of infrastructure development, entertainment development, and all these things. Have you spoken to them since you won the election? Has anyone of your representative gone back to speak to these people about those promises? Where's the transparency, Mr. Government, Mr. Andrew Willis? Where's the transparency, sir? I must say, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to use the opportunity to once again to say welcome to people all over. And just note that our government lacks transparency. They campaign on the promise of being transparent, but there's nothing transparent coming out of government nor the opposition. They both campaign on it, and there's nothing coming out of either party as far as transparency is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to appeal to Jamaica again. Be very careful. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. We cannot be swept away in the political tide of division, stupidity, and ignorance. Wake up to what is happening around us. Thank you all, Jamaica.